Hello everyone, welcome back to the session. So thank you for all the comments and the suggestions you had given the last time. And I'm so happy to back with a newer session. And last week we are done with the preconception counseling under the holistic approach for parenting. So this is the second subheading, that is the preparation of parents for pregnancy. We already done a transition of a couple into parenthood. This is little addition to whatever I have spoken on the last session. So, coming to this session, that is a preparation of the parents for pregnancy, we can actually divide the entire preparation of the parents into a physical preparation, psychological preparation, or emotional preparation, and spiritual preparation. Coming to the physical preparation, in physical preparation, as we know that a mother, when is transformed from a woman to a mother, there's a lot of transformations going to happen. So first we need to accept whatever body changes, whatever is happening to us, and we need to have a tap on whatever we are supposed to do. The first one is diet. We always know that whenever we go for the checkups, the doctor tells us what to eat and what not to eat. It's always advised to have high protein food so that the growth of the baby will be better, and high calcium diet, that is the vegetarian session will be different and non-vegetarian session will be different. According to your eating pattern you can follow the same. Along with that, you can have this dry fruits, actually this walnuts and the almonds, all these things, dates, all this actually found to increase the intellectual capacity of the child by having all these things. So I also advise to have soak. There is overnight soaking of these dry fruits, and they can have either the main course as well as the secondary snacks with all these things. Along with that, protein powders will be prescribed by the obstetricians, so you can have that also. And it's very common that some mothers have some finicky about their food. So it is not a very common practice. I think it's a Mendel thing that they want mango or they want something else. But it's a quite common thing. It's something to do with the wish what we have. As long as it's clean and nice enough, you can have any food item. There is no restriction for food item. Whatever you're eating, make sure that it's good and hygienic so that you will not have any further complications. And have lot of nutritious food so that the chances of anemia or less hemoglobin in your blood can be managed. The second thing is the sleep pattern. We know that, see, I was a person who always like to sleep on my tummy. But once you're pregnant or your tummy starts becoming bigger, you cannot sleep because you feel a breathing difficulty. And as your tummy is growing big, you always better to take a sideline position so that it will be good for you, so that you will not have a postural actually fainting or any other abnormalities. Another point what we can think about the physiological ailments is the morning sickness. More than 60% of the pregnant mothers are complaining about the morning sickness that really give them a tough time. But take it in a positive way. What you can do is whatever the mother eat, they complain that they feel to vomit. So what they can have is they can have some dry toast or biscuits than having any oily food or any other liquid food. That before brushing itself, mothers are telling before brushing itself they start eating. Or after brushing also you can eat, but make sure that you won't get, or the brushing or whatever you're having should not stimulate the vomiting sensation what you're having. The next what we need to understand, that there is something called exercises you can practice during antenatal period. If you see that nowadays actually this pregnancy is very precious and mothers are not doing anything. In our older time, mother used to do all the household work so that by the time they reach the 9 month, they are ready for a normal delivery. The next point under the physical preparation of the parents is appointments. Please do attend all the appointments and don't skip, because appointments are very important for to understand the growth and development of the baby. The next thing we need to understand, that the preparation of delivery bag, I already told about the delivery kit preparation. By 7 months you can be ready with the pregnancy bag or the delivery kit, which consists of some of the sanitary pads or the clothes of mama, and especially the nursing clothes and nursing bras where you can breastfeed the baby, and some diapers or clothes for the babies to wrap around. These are some of the things, and a brush and a paste and a soap and a towel, so that if you're in hospital in an urgent basis, if your bag is ready, pick up the bag and rush to the hospital. So these are some of the points we need to take in care in the physical aspects of preparation of a mother and a father. Coming to the psychological aspect, understand pregnancy is not happening by one person. It is an effort and the aim of two people together. So it's always good that the husband is ready to be with the wife all the time from the starting to the end of pregnancy. We need to understand that once you are pregnant, maybe you have emotional breakdowns. We really think that why she's behaving like this, because there are a lot of emotional breakdowns for small things. Even when I became pregnant, in the first month before I knew that I was pregnant, I was showing some temper tantrum. My Jones is always thinking, why is this behaving like that? So that kind of behavioral change you can expect, and you can see the mother is getting angry for no reason. She may cry for no reason. Dear husbands, please understand it's a part and parcel of the hormonal change of the body of a person. Just pamper her and keep quiet so that we can make the situation more cooler than what it is. The second point under the emotional balance or the psychological balance is the distribution of roles and responsibilities between the husband and wife. When a woman is pregnant, or by 7 months or 8 months, when you're sent to mother's house, and the mother will be taken care in the mother's house, maybe 3 or 4 months later she will come back. So what happened then? There will be a disequilibrium, or there is a change in the balance, because still that someone else was taking care. So always appreciate the husband or the father to be a part of the baby care from the starting onward. So what you can do is, other than the baby care, there are so many things in the household activities where husband also can be in. So this kind of discussion, healthy discussions you can have during the pregnancy period. Who will wash the utensils, who will cook, then who will clean the clothes of the baby, who will change the diaper, and the night time also how will you manage the baby. So this kind of communication you can have, it will be very good than bringing an emotional chaos after the baby has come. If you're prepared more, it's better that the baby care or taking care of the baby is easy than having a chaos, or husband says I want to sleep, or I have my own work. Next thing what we need to understand, that the parenting ideas of each and everyone. You need to understand that the father is taken care by a separate set of parents, and the mother is taken care by a separate set of parents. So their parenting is different. So how our parents are there, there is an actually a great impact what our parents have done on us. And more than that, we are seeing different parents, so we may have different parenting styles. So it will be good that what are the parenting styles both husband and wife are having, so that we can discuss, argue, and come up to a level that what to be followed, than directly practicing an emotional chaos in between the baby care. So that way also you can prepare yourself. And one more point I want to discuss in the emotional thing is gender bias. Please don't insist that you need to have a male baby, because the male or female is actually determined by the chromosome what is sent by the sperm from the father. So please don't dishearten the mother by saying that you gave me only a baby girl, because this is one of the major issue I've seen. When the baby is born, the first thing all the mothers ask, is it a boy or a girl? And I've seen 80% of the mothers are really upset because they got a baby girl. So please don't insist to have a baby boy first or last. Whoever you are getting, take it as a gift and start taking care. The third aspect of the transition of the parenthood, or the preparation of the parenthood, is the spiritual aspect. Whichever religion you are in, the prayer plays an important role. Actually, prayer helps you to have an emotional stability. You don't want your child to be a gunda or any other person with immoral character. So you always want a child good values. So for that, the father and mother should be morally stable, so that you can take care of the children. Along with that, The prayers helps you to understand the vibes of the baby. When you are listening to music or any other spiritual things, the baby also adapt to the culture of the home when the baby is in the womb. Along with that, another 2 3 points I want to tell that improve your habits, improve your eating habits, reduce outside food and have more of homemade food. Other than that, if the mother is smoking, it will be good to stop smoking or it will affect the baby. And whatever habits which is not good for our health, it will be good to avoid in the 9 month of time. Hope the session will be helpful for you to have a good parenthood. Thank you.